Humans on Mars, when will it happen, and how will we get there? Humans have always been fascinated by the red planet, Mars, a cold, desert-like world that has captured our imagination for decades. But when will humans actually set foot on Mars? And how will we get there? In this video, we'll explore humanity's ambitious plans to turn science fiction into reality by making the 140 million-mile journey to Mars. Humans on Mars, when will it happen, and how will we get there? So why Mars? Out of all the planets in our solar system, Mars is the most Earth-like. While it's far from hospitable, with freezing temperatures and a thin atmosphere, Mars has water in the form of ice, and its days are almost as long as Earth's. More importantly, Mars may have once had conditions suitable for life. Scientists are eager to know if microbial life ever existed on Mars, and this makes it a prime candidate for exploration. But Mars isn't just a place of scientific curiosity, it's also a potential new home for humanity. As Earth faces increasing environmental challenges, some believe that Mars could one day serve as a backup planet for humanity. But before we get there, we have a lot of challenges to overcome. The challenges of getting to Mars. The journey to Mars is no small feat. First off, there's the distance. Mars is about 140 million miles from Earth. Depending on planetary alignment, it could take between 6 to 9 months to get there. That's a long time for astronauts to be exposed to the dangers of space, including radiation from the sun and cosmic rays. Not only is the journey long, but the technology to safely transport humans is still in development. We'll need powerful rockets to carry astronauts and supplies. Fortunately, private companies like SpaceX are developing advanced spacecraft designed for Mars travel. SpaceX's Starship rocket is designed to be reusable and capable of long-duration space flights, which is crucial for missions to Mars. NASA is also working on the SLS, Space Launch System, the most powerful rocket ever built, which will play a key role in sending humans to Mars. But even with the right rockets, how will astronauts survive during the trip? Keeping astronauts healthy for months in space is a major challenge. They'll need to bring food, water, and oxygen, as well as protection from space radiation. NASA and private space companies are developing ways to grow food in space and create closed-loop life support systems that recycle air and water. Landing and living on Mars. Assuming we can make it to Mars, landing safely is another major challenge. Mars' atmosphere is much thinner than Earth's, which makes it difficult to slow down a spacecraft during descent. NASA's Perseverance rover used parachutes and a sky crane system to land, but for humans, we'll need something much larger and more complex. Once we land, survival becomes the next big hurdle. Mars' atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, so astronauts will need to bring oxygen or develop systems to produce it on Mars. Scientists are currently testing technologies that can convert CO2 into oxygen, such as NASA's MOXIE experiment, which is currently being tested on the surface of Mars by the Perseverance rover. We'll also need to protect astronauts from Mars' freezing temperatures, which can drop to -80 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Habitats will need to be highly insulated and capable of generating heat. Many experts believe that building underground habitats could provide shelter from both the cold and radiation. There's also the challenge of providing food. Growing crops in Martian soil might be possible with proper nutrients, but until then, astronauts will likely rely on stored or hydroponic food systems. When will we get there? So, when will humans actually land on Mars? Well, it's hard to pin down an exact date, but it could happen within the next 2 decades. NASA's current goal is to send astronauts to Mars in the 2030s. NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon by 2025, will serve as a stepping stone for Mars missions. By practicing how to live and work on the Moon, NASA hopes to develop the skills and technology needed for Mars. Private companies, however, are pushing to get there even sooner. SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, has set an ambitious goal to land humans on Mars by the mid-2020s, using their Starship rocket. While this timeline is optimistic, SpaceX has already made incredible strides in rocket development and reusability, so their Mars plans are not as far-fetched as they may seem. The future of humans on Mars. The idea of humans on Mars is no longer just science fiction, it's quickly becoming a reality. With advancements in rocket technology, life support systems, and international collaboration, we're closer than ever to making Mars the next frontier for humanity. It's not just about exploration, it's about survival, scientific discovery, and maybe even the birth of a new human civilization on another planet. While there are still many hurdles to overcome, the dream of humans walking on Mars could come true within our lifetimes. As we continue to push the boundaries of space exploration, Mars represents the next great challenge, and an exciting new chapter in the story of humanity. Thanks for watching Curious Minds. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible journeys across our planet and beyond. Until next time, keep looking up at the stars, because one day, we might just be living among them.